jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back. Sports talking way too much, world come back. Sports.
First in the building, Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. You already know what it is. What's good, OG? What's good, Blunts? How you feeling? Hit the like button. You first in the building. Pin the comment. You know how that go. Let me sit up here and take this off. Jameson Edwards in the building. What's good with it? Bright and early salute. WCS. Carlos Rosado on deck in the building. You gonna stop being first, bro? Hey, man. Hey, that's the reign of undisputed. You know, he got dance almost swept. You know what I'm saying? The trivia yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to come with it. There's many ways on how to get the answer. You have to come with it, man. The XO Factory on deck. Let's go with it. OG Blood. What's good, big bro? We on deck. Salute to you. I don't know who was OG Blood, but he might have meant somebody else. Sticking boards, fishing and sports. Salute WCS. What it do, fam? NYT, what's good, WCS? Salute to you, NYT on deck. WCS salute. Arrow lost the bud because he lost his car keys. And what had happened was it affected his equilibrium. Hey, something like that. Something like that. I've been hearing so much, man. And we was up in the AM. Shout out to the ones that was up in the AM. You know what I'm saying? Take me back to when I actually was up in the AM. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can hang out in the AM like it was nothing. Get 2 hours sleep. Get an hour and a half sleep, power nap, and get back up. Go to school. Man, please. What they talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? What they talking about? I think when somebody come over in your chat and call you another nigga's name, you should have to pay a fine for that, XO. You should have to pay a $50 fine for that shit. But I ain't gonna hold you on it, bro. I ain't gonna hold you calling me another. He calling me, of all people who turned their back on me, stabbed me in the back leading up to the fight, and still didn't get the results they wanted by doing what they thought was beneficial to them. Blood stabbed me in the freaking back. Sneak dissing. Just based off what other people wouldn't even go off what he knew it to be. Just want to go with the crowd. It's facts. Whether Blood like it or not, I said what I said. But dang, XO, I'm disappointed. XO called me OG Blood. God damn. I guess it's Wednesday, man. There's certain shit that pops off in the middle of the week, man. I don't know, man. I can't call it. Shit. I can't call it, dog. These aerosexuals have been pure entertainment this week. I'm tired of all the excuses, but we all knew this was coming. We knew it. And look, I'm gonna keep on driving the street sweeper around cleaning off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got another one of your favorite haters I'm gonna talk about later on the day. You know, I'm gonna start making my rounds Nice and easy. You know what I'm saying? Nice and easy. They put it out there for public content, so it must be spoken on. Because I don't see these same people up here taking accountability. As I always say, you got to take accountability for your actions, especially when you're up here going full speed, slithering your way, trying to make it seem like what you were saying is warranted. No, what you were saying was just straight up hate, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up hate. Thinker on deck, I see you. Arrow has been making some mistakes in old fights. Porter caught him clean, and Gas Bud just hits way harder and better IQ. I mean, it's boxing at the end of the day. So when boxers are hit, right? I mean, you have to look at it like it's boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're bound to get hit, but taking what, just put it this way, just like you said that you seen something in Errol Spence previous fights. They say the same thing about Bud. They saw some in previous fights, but it just have to be 9 years ago, 9+ years ago. They saw Gamboa land a shot, but they act like they didn't have freaking clear vision when it comes down to what he did to Gamboa prior to the stoppage, what he did when Gamboa landed that shot. You know what I'm saying? They say Igis Kavalaskis. Clearly he pushed him down, but they drive that home over and over again. He was hurt by so-and-so. He was hurt with son. When he was in a fight with the so-called top level, the highest tier competition, did he get hurt? Was his defense not impeccable? Was his defense not impeccable, man? It look, I can't make this up. Like, his defense was impeccable. Don Vaughn on deck, man. What it do, man? Good morning to everybody, the WCS supporters. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Y'all said we'll be back on a little bit later this morning since I decided to do like a late one yesterday. Shout out to the one and only Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, aka Mr. Sucker Free on deck. Appreciate you, Gumbo, for the $20 super chat in the building. He said, I'm dropping an olive branch for the XO Factory WCS. Damn. XO called me OG Blood. I don't know how you can make that mistake. Because I got Brian Bomack on camera. I mean, Brian Bomack is on the thumbnail, right? Oh, man, I feel bad. Usually, you know, the brothers don't get another brother confused and mixed up with another brother that stabbed them in the back. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get over it. It would not take me out my game. And I appreciate that, Gumbo. You know what I'm saying? It take the older OGs like the C. You know what I'm saying, Gumbo? God damn, Gumbo. I wish somebody could have warned me. I was about to be called OG Blood. What? That nigga don't like me. Blood don't like me, just like they don't like Crawford, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much. My words was too much, man. You know, he had to go on and sneak diss me. And still the results ended up the way I was saying. So what was it all for? Crawford for the victory, Bud for the victory, whatever name you want to call him, goddammit. He earned the victory. Hey, Blood, if you're listening, XO called me, call me your name. So you need to apologize both for XO and you sneak dissing me. It would be cool if you could do that. I appreciate it. If you can give me an apology, please, because I didn't do anything to you to warrant you sneak dissing me live on freaking YouTube, okay? Thanks for the $20 super chat. You know what I'm saying? Their Gumbo is much appreciated, brother. One love to you. They're talking about Boots is the one to get him now. The word choice is crazy. Why do they hate Bud so much? Well, we can't say Floyd Mayweather didn't go through a process where they wanted to pay to see him lose. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's just the way the rotation goes when you're in a combat sport like this. When you're at the high level and you winning and you making it look quite easy, but beautifully to the sweet science, when you're doing this, when people can look at your skill set And you know, it's wild because they ask for the sweet signs, they ask for fundamentals, they ask for levels, right? They want to pull out the gauge. They want to pull out the gauge and see where you at in the sweet science as far as your fundamentals. That was supposed to be it. Why they hated Deontay Wilder is because he had the power, but he wasn't fundamentally sound. You know what I'm saying? They consider him to be a fragmented type boxer because he didn't really have anything else besides the right hand. So they were saying he was very, very one dimensional. But the crazy contradiction is when WCS tells you that Errol Spence was one dimensional and coming forward and taking shots to give shots. I even said that he reminded me of Rocky Marciano because Marciano used to come forward and take shots just to give shots. He had a right hand that he named Susie Q, and he used to try to wait to land the right hand. And you know, he would take punishment just to get in, but once he landed, you know, he got it in, right? But now you have Crawford, who's considered the V word, versatile. He gives you everything you look for and then some that you can't even see. Like people tell you they haven't seen him use all his tools. You know what I'm saying? People say, I haven't seen Bud use all his tools. And then it's wild because isn't he in there with opposition? Isn't it up to the opposition? Why would Bud use all his tools if his opposition isn't forcing him or his opposition hasn't found a way to circumvent what he's been able to, the level that he's been able to perform at? They haven't been able to come up with the equalizer. Errol Spence Jr. was supposed to be the equalizer, but no, that's not the case. He couldn't get it done. And then we're still left with who's going to be the one that forced Crawford to change levels and really go in there and battle somebody. We haven't seen him battle somebody because he keeps making it look easy. I was talking to somebody and I told him, I said, I don't think I've seen Crawford in a full-blown fight for several rounds at a time. Usually when he gets into a fight, it doesn't last long. I seen him boxing Errol Spence. That wasn't a fight. I seen him boxing him. A lot of people thought it was going to be a fight because that's what they wanted it to be, because they kept talking about physical, mentally, and spiritually. But once the bell rang, it was never a fight. It was just a boxing match. There was moments in there where you would see signs that it was a fight because Errol Spence was leaking. You know, he was bruised up, but that was more so you seeing how different of a level and how punctual freaking Terrence Crawford was landing his punches, how accurate, you know what I'm saying? How acutely he was able to land those targeted punches on Errol Spence. And not only just land those punches, but his power that he put behind it. It was very, very dynamic, man. Very, very fundamentally sound, sharp. I mean, everything that you would look for in the sweet science. He was boxing the shit out of Errol Spence. But I can't come up here and make excuses for all these people. You know what I'm saying? And all the condescending type comments that they have. I'm not up here to try to take all that away. You know, it's impossible. I can't do it. But since it is out here to the public record, I will make my rounds though. I will. I talked about Boots the other night. That's never going to stop. I'm working, but I see y'all. Salute to the family in the chat. Yes, sir. Don, what's good? I see you in the building. W says this is Brian McIntyre in the thumbnail on the July 29th. July, he was Bomac. Yeah. Brian McIntyre is in the thumbnail. Why? Because he's not on fight week, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I have to address him as a professional title, his surname, you know what I'm saying? because that's what he is. He's a undisputed championship coach. You know what I'm saying? Bo Mack is just not any coach. He should get the coach of the year, hands down, point blank, period. No, not even close. He should get coach of the year, point blank, period. What he's been able to do and his accumulative accolades, his badges, you know what I'm saying, and everything that goes along, he should get coach of the year. Real talk. My bad, big bro. Don't hold it against me. Typo One Love. Hey, man, it's all good there, XO. A shout out to the XO Factor with the $5 super chat on deck, man. I appreciate you, XO. One love to you. You know what it is. Thanks for your support, man. You know, strange things happen on a Wednesday. Strange things happen on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to this interview right quick. I want y'all to hear the words of Mr. Brian McIntyre, aka Bo Mack. You know what I'm saying? That went in there and showed them I eat knowledge. Ooh, that shit was classic. I eat knowledge. He's pointing to his head like they used to do back in the school. My brother, use your mind. God bless you with it. Use your mind. It's powerful. Never let nobody take that from you. Brian Bo Mack said, I eat knowledge. I eat knowledge, man. God damn. This is a video from Pro Fan Talk, Brian Bo Mack. I want y'all to take a listen to what he had to say and hit the like button. Once again, this is from Pro Boxing Fans. Pro Boxing Fans, I put the link over in YouTube to cite this channel. All right, let's get it.
The painting that he does is.
Hi, Matt. Just a few questions and then I'll get you out of here. Can you sum up into words Saturday night, and have you come to terms with what happened?
No, I'm still just reading all the comments on the social media, and it hasn't really hit me yet. I guess because it's a way of life for us. I mean, boxing is a way of life. This is what we live. This is what we do. You see, right now I'm back in the gym already with other fighters.
Bo Mack said he's back in the gym with other fighters. He's back in the gym, y'all. This is a coach who was on the biggest stage once again. He told Derrick James that I've been here before. Sit back and take notes. I've been here before. Watch us. Watch me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you today. You know how they used to say, you're gonna learn today? That's pretty much what Bo Mack was telling Derrick James. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're gonna learn today, man. That's what I'm gonna teach you. You can't out teach me, man. You can't out teach me in the ring. You can't out coach me, homie. You know what I'm saying? You haven't did what I did. And Bo Mack, Derrick James was more so I don't know, immersed in the man's appearance and wanted to be insulting, and everything, and try to talk about somebody's appearance. But I hope the aerosexuals and whoever the fans was, I hope you learned something from this. And what I wanted you to learn was that this man is able to go out here and run and go on a run, right? And it looks like he's understanding that he's in better health than Brian McIntyre, right? Bo Mack. But yet, I look at a guy who had a segment on All Access, and they filming him running up the road for what? I don't know what that is. But even with him being able to maintain that size in his 50s, which isn't that impossible. You know what I'm saying? It isn't that impossible, to be honest with you. But he still isn't happy. The reason why I say he ain't happy because he's busy looking at another man and critiquing him on his size instead of talking about the boxing education, the boxing academics. You got taught a lesson. Bo Mack was in front of the class as a professor, and you was in the desk. That's what he taught you. Not only did he teach you, he instructed you on how a team's supposed to look. That's what he did, bro. While you up here talking about they should make a super heavyweight, he was teaching you in the classroom. See, that's the one thing about Derrick James. He don't have enough classroom time. He don't have enough desk time. He don't have enough film time. He don't have enough study time. He has so much on his plate that he's just going up there and his fighters are all looking the same. But let's continue.
The complete performance from Terence Crawford. Did you expect Errol to be better, or what did you make of how the fight played out?
I thought the fight was going to be a little bit more competitive. Like I had said before, it's going to be kind of tough the first couple rounds, 4 or 5 rounds. But after Bud stopped him, he just started pouring it on a little bit more.
And just a response to people suggesting that Errol was weight drained and things like that. What do you say to people who suggest that?
That's not our fault. He signed the contract for 147. He's been fighting at 147, and that's what he signed up for. So that's not our fault. We have no blame for that.
So Bomax, on the receiving end of the question about being weight drained, right? So we have to go back to when the pictures initially start to surface and circulate around the YTC on how people were saying, oh man, Errol Spence looked big, right? He looked way bigger than Bud. You know what I'm saying? He looked way bigger than Bud. They was waiting to see the pictures come out and the promo of Errol Spence was no shirt on, him getting in shape for fight camp. When that started to happen, his fans was over here talking about how in shape he looked. And then strategically, I don't know if it was strategic or not, but Bud Crawford came out with a picture showing him on the muscle that he put on and how shredded he was. So right after there, they was complimenting Errol Spence for the way he looked. Bud, they say he had on too much muscle. He ain't gonna be able to move around. He ain't gonna be as fast. His legs ain't the same. He old. So basically what they was doing was contradicting themselves again, because they were saying that Bud Crawford is an old dude. His legs ain't there. So Errol Spence, once again, should be able to go in there and defeat a fighter like Terence Crawford, who's old. He's going to be 36 in September, and he's supposed to go in there and beat this guy, especially a fighter who's fought low-level opposition, who's had over 100-some debates on YTC, and a lot of them didn't know what the hell they was talking about, because all they wanted to focus on is common opponents. They didn't want to focus on how these fighters was elite fighters. They didn't want to talk about the Olympians. They didn't want to talk about the fighters who had O's on their record. They didn't give credit to the fighters who had O's on their record. Once Bud went in there and dismantled them, all of a sudden, the fighter wasn't shit. But the fighters that came into the company of Errol Spence Jr. during his reign, as a unified champion, and his build up to that, they were saying that, hey, after they fought Errol Spence, he broke them. They was never the same. But when Bud did it, they were saying, oh, they weren't shit to begin with. Now leading up to this fight, dehydration, all the freaking excuses come into play. I told y'all last night that they were saying that Errol Spence ran up the steep Mount Charleston a week before Crawford fight. All right. He ran up Mount Charleston a week before Crawford fight. Now that tells you right there he should fire Derrick James. He should fire Derrick James, man. Who would have their fighter running up a hill a week before? I'm talking about a steep ass hill like Mount Charleston to get in shape. If you have to go through that extreme, where's all the freaking strength and conditioning? Where's all this? Okay, I used to feel this way, but I don't feel this way now. I used to cheat and be stubborn. I didn't have a nutritionist and all that, but now I do. Where's the same dude that whipped you into shape when you fought Ugas? Because you were super shredded, right? But I guess you felt that you can have the same mentality to cut corners and go in there with 40%, right? Because that's what Derrick James said, it was 40%. I like what Bo Mack said. That's not my fault. If he was dehydrated, that's not our fault. He signed the contract. It comes a time and a place you got to put the liability in the lap of those who's responsible for that liability. Him being a part of a team that's not in his best interest and don't know what the fuck they got going on. It's not Terrence. It's not Terrence's fault. It's not Bo Mack's fault. He was dehydrated. What did they got to do with his body? What does that got to do with it? The man's been talking about what did he say? Crawford, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt, right? Did Derrick James say that? Did somebody in the crowd say that? No. He said, Crawford, I'm coming for that fucking belt. He didn't say, Crawford, if we fight at a higher weight, I'm coming for that fucking belt. No, he told the people after Ugas, I'm coming for that fucking belt. Then when we was doing the promo, he said he coming for the fucking belt. Then something weird happened. He said that signing the weight that we agreed upon. What weight were you all supposed to agree upon for Undisputed? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just had enough of the situation with Ryan Garcia up here bitching and complaining about a rehydration clause and the fight being at 136, which he walk around 10 pounds higher than 135 anyway, which puts him around 146. Then when the welterweights do it, people want to start complaining about Errol Spence, who's the heavy lifter and he's a unified champion. He has the best resume. They start bitching and complaining about how much weight he lost. Who told him to balloon up in weight?
Absolutely, and just finally, the rematch. People are saying that, well, Spence said himself he'll take the rematch. Have you spoken to Bud, or what would you guys want to do next? People talking about Ennis, Tim Tszyu. There's loads of options.
Well, first give him a time to rest, man, and spend time with his family, and have a vacation. Then we'll go back to the drawing board, figure out what we want to do next. See if we want to go up to 54 to try to get some titles, or maybe just do the rematch. So we'll see.
Bye, Mac. Straight back in the gym on Monday. Appreciate your time talking to pro boxing fans. Thank you.
No problem.
Shout out to pro boxing fans for that snippet of their interview. I don't know if you all peeped this out though, but this interview was Monday. You know what I'm saying? This interview was Monday. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, with the $5 super chat. On deck. Appreciate you, Gumbo. One love to you. He said Spence looked normal without that Texas tea. Yes, sir. You know that, Gumbo? You know what we talked about, right? You know what I'm saying? That Texas tea, that Texas tea and a side of goddamn Texas toast, right? He looked different, didn't he? Didn't he, Gumbo? Didn't he? God damn it. Why we got to keep on acting like that ain't the case? Didn't he? Didn't he? He looked different, didn't he? But shout out to Gumbo with the $5 super chat. Much appreciated, brother. So we get to a point, right, that Bo Mack is in the gym, right? Check this out. Bo Mack is in the gym after having a glorious weekend, right? And I just think how all the people prior to the fight was doing the same thing Derrick James did in the presser on fight week. People was talking about Cheetos. They was talking about this man's weight. They was pretty much insulting someone that they never had any contact with. Peep this out now. So when I get detailed about certain things, what I'm doing is considered wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm doing the exact same thing. A lot of you I haven't met, but I feel that you're being haters, and I'm just commenting on your hating. You don't know Brian Bo Mack, but you choose to talk about the man's size. When you talk about somebody that's in whatever condition that you want to deem him to be in, and you feel like it's cool to target him and come up with all these insults, then guess what? You should be susceptible to the same thing because it's in your heart to do so. I've been on record as going at people, but really not to a point where I'm just freely saying, okay, I want to go at so-and-so for this, for free. Usually it was in defense or whatever. But what I did notice a lot of you cats that was talking about Bo Mac's size and everything and how he ate Big Macs and shit like that, that you have your own insecurities, period. Like you brothers out there that's on this YTC, a lot of y'all have y'all insecurities about a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have y'all insecurities like it's cool. Like a lot of you cats can't even go to bed without wearing a cap on your head. I'm in my 50s, bro. I'll tell you all 20 times over. You know what I'm saying? Gumbo, you can tell this man comfortable in his own skin. You know what I'm saying? There's not something that I look at in some of these cats that I say, well, they uncomfortable. They always got a landmark, something that stamps who they are when it comes to the appearance. Some of these cats have to wear something to stamp who they are instead of just being that person, that man. You got to stamp who you are somehow, some way. That's insecurities. That's insecurities. And then look, I'm just going to put it out there. It was women from other channels that was doing that too. That has no room to talk. That has no room to talk about anything. Because when a man goes at a woman after a woman attempted to go at a man, right? And the man comes just a little bit harder, then you have other men who's willing to defend them. But yet these are the same women who was up there talking shit about another man to begin with, like you was talking shit. So it's open game for you to be spoken on too, just like it's open game for a dude to be spoken on. I just never seen a bunch of people, you know, I seen it with Deontay Wilder a little bit, but they was talking about how he looked like a basketball player and all that. I can understand why he just didn't fit the mold of a fighter, but every time he gives you that devastating knockout, right? But coaches, you know what I'm saying? You would hear them talk about JD's, oh, white boy, this, that, and the other. But JD's was the one he was there from day one that took Deontay in, right? So you have all these backstories of these coaches that's supposed to look a certain way. And I've seen some fighters that I grew up with that have gained weight, bro. I'm not the same way I was, you know, 5 to 10 years ago. I'm not the same way. I'm not saying I couldn't get in shape, but there's no need for me to continue to walk around. Some dudes, they need to walk around in tank tops, tucked in nice and tight in their Jordache jeans or they Sassoon. You know, them insecurities right there. When I gotta continue to walk around and show parts or cover up parts of myself, that's insecurities. When you have a coach like Bo Mac who's out here coaching champions, right, on the highest stage, and you hear those instructions, is just beautiful, man. That is something that you're supposed to be paying attention to. The instructions that he's given. That is supposed to be your main concern on how Crawford listens to his coach and go out here and execute the plan. Not only that, y'all, check this out. You heard Bo Mac in that. You heard Bo Mac say that when the guy was asking, oh, you know, we hear Boots Ennis and everything else, right? Did you hear something? I don't know if y'all really caught that or not, right? I don't know Bo Mac like that. I've met him on several occasions. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him in person. I don't know him like that, but peep something that another thing people might have missed, right? This guy was mentioning Boots Ennis for Crawford, just like they've been sliding. And Boots Ennis is look, if Terrence Crawford wasn't qualified to get the check mark right away, I'm talking about the blue check, the green check, the red check, or whatever. The resume he had in welterweight division. Well, why is Boots coming up here and getting a free shot, right? We're gonna get to that. But peep this out, what he said. When the guy asked about Boots Ennis, he said, man, give him time. You know, Crawford's going on vacation, this, that, and the other. He didn't say nothing about him going on vacation. He didn't say nothing about him going on vacation, man. He said, I'm back in the gym. This man was just in Vegas under the brightest lights you can possibly be on. You know what I'm saying? And on the battlegrounds, yo, on the historic battlegrounds, him and Crawford would just etch themselves in the boxing annals. This will forever be bookmarked. When I get much older, and Bomac and Crawford get much older, everybody in their team get much older, it's gonna come a point of him being out the sport and he get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Me, along with a lot of other people, gonna remember when he was actively going through this process. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go back to this fight. But he said Crawford was going on vacation. He was back in the gym. They're totally ignoring the dedication he has, because this man is back in the gym. This man is back in the gym. And I wanna say something that Bernie the boxer said last night. I mean, he said a lot of stuff, but I want to make note of something that he said that hit home, man. I'm not gonna lie, you know, it really hit home about the inner circle. Bernie had mentioned a comment about the inner circle, and if you weren't paying attention, or you really just didn't care, he was talking about Errol Spence's inner circle, right? And this is something he said, man, that made sense, and I believe him. I believe him 1,000% with this, because I grew up with a small circle. If anybody's gonna stab me in the back, it was something that I would see them coming inbound, because they was never that close to me anyway. So being that I knew what their intention, I can feel it, right? But Barney put it out there in a circle. He said that Derrick James was on his way. He's talking post-fight to go to the UK. Bernie said, "Nah, I would have been here with my boy. I can get on a flight Friday. I got to be with my boy. No. I got to be here. That's my fight. I got to be here. You know, if that was I got to be here with him. If I got to go somewhere, I'm going to go there later. I got to be here right now. I got to be there to console. I got to be there a little bit of time to talk it out." Man, he was right. He said, fuck everything else. I need to be here after that moment in the biggest fight of my career, and it turns out the way it did. I'm not getting on a plane right away. I'm going to be here. I'm supposed to be the coach. I'm being here with my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure he's okay. I want to be there the first 48 after the fight, the first 72. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to make sure he's okay, talk some things over with him, you know, really see where his mind at. It makes all the sense in the world. But the Derrick James, I think he looks at it like his fighters is just expendable. You know, he can switch out his fighters. He go in there, the shit don't work, he move on to the next. Shit don't work, he move on to the next. I think he's one of the most overrated coaches in boxing. Real talk. He got the award because he had two athletic fighters in his camp that was able to become unified. You know, based off the best matchmaking. PBC has some of the best matchmaking in boxing. That has proven to be true. They was able to line Errol Spence up with the title shots just like they did Jamel Charlo. Kudos to them for having superb matchmaking ability. Kudos to Charlo and Spence for being two athletic fighters who can box. They can absolutely box, bro. They are the ones who should get the credit for Derrick James getting the award. But for Bernie to say that Derrick James shouldn't have got on no flight and he's up there talking about the UK, selfish, obstinate. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely selfish the way this guy just more so concerned about getting on a private jet, going to the next fighter. For those that's in there, I don't know what your contractual sticking point is with DJ, but you need to run for the hills, man. Y'all need to get the hell up out of there. He don't have no versatility, no education when it comes to fighting. People up here trying to make shit up, talking about Errol Spence wasn't listening to Derrick James. That's a lie. What was there to listen to when he's saying you got to make him feel you? You got to make him feel you. You're basically saying the same shit that y'all was saying. Oh, he gonna press him. He gonna break him. He gonna break him. He gonna break him. That's all they were saying. He gonna break him. Stay focused. Focus. He gonna break him. He gonna break him. Both of y'all had the same mentality that Spence was gonna go in there and try to break him. So what does breaking consist of? Getting close enough to land consistent amount of shots, right? increase the damage with those shots. If you keep lining your target up, soon enough, you're going to start seeing degradation. And that's what we've seen from Crawford to Spence, not the other way around. We've seen him debilitate. We've seen Errol Spence start to debilitate. And when it comes to Bomac giving the instructions the way he did, it made it that much beautiful because the adjustments you can see playing out, man. The way he turned that jab into a hook. The way he was coming over the top, man. The shit that we seen Derrick James in there exposing his own fighter when he slapped him with the left mitt. That was pretty much telling us that Errol Spence defense is still the same. He's not teaching his fighters to slip punches. He's teaching his fighters to block punches, the catch punches. But if you're going to teach them to block and catch, at least teach them how to return. What's the return off that? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to catch that, what's the return? What's the return investment in catching a shot? You just slapping them with the mitts. You trying to let people know, hey, yeah, my left hand. You better, as a coach, you better be watching out for my left hand. Why was he in the orthodox stance when he was doing mitts with Spence? Why? It's just too much shit, dog. It's too much trash. The can is overflowing, bro. The can is over freaking flowing, man. This is the most overrated coach in boxing, bro. Real talk. This is the most overrated coach in boxing. We're talking about a champion coach. A champion coach who thought he was going to be able to cross that finish line by going in there with what? What game plan did you have, man? When that reporter told you that Crawford had 10 straight knockouts, and you said, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't mean shit. And then how you lost your wits, bro. When somebody asked you on the YTC about Crawford switching stance, that don't mean nothing. I don't mean nothing, him switching stance. The man came out in a southpaw position and lit y'all ass up. So at least I give you a little bit of credit. On July 29th, him coming out and not switching stances and just giving you that frame, that southpaw frame. Oh, man, he lit your ass up. He lit you up, bro. The alarm was going off in combat. When we got incoming mortar rounds and fire, you hear the alarm going off, the siren. You know what I'm saying? Look, it sounds something like this. Hold up. Let me show you. Let me see. Where is that right quick? Let me show you right quick. Hold up for a second. Here we go. This is what it sounds like, y'all. That alarm wasn't going off over there in Team Spence corner. Incoming. For real. For real. Like, man, this is crazy, bro. Bomac is back in the gym on a Monday, and this man just went in there with one of the most historic welterweight fights again. Crawford was the first at 140 to do it, and then he's the first at 147. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. This man is an all-time great, bro. This is an all-time great. And shout out to Bernie for a damn good live once again. You know, it was so many people in his chat. It wasn't like Bernie switched up or anything. He'd been telling you the same thing. But now, look, they were seeing him on camera, and it did bring more viewers. But Bernie's kept the same energy the whole time. It's he was letting it know, like, we're going to beat the stew out of him. And yeah, he had a different, you know what I'm saying? Bernie go to church. He had a different view this time. You know, he felt kind of bad for him. And that just goes to show you the ones that have a genuine heart, because he said, we're going to beat the stew out of him. Fuck him. We're going to beat him up. He did beat the stew out of Spence. We're gonna beat that boy. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much put it out there, but he seemed to have some type of level of compassion with the people that was tuned in. It was good to see his views where they were, not so much for the traction, but more so that he's been knowing Crawford since 7. His views should be way higher. People should be showing that man love. Just like they should be showing Bomac love. Bomac said some shit I didn't know. Talking about he knew Crawford when he was in the womb. You know what I'm saying? They all used to live in the same area and all that shit. Like, come on now. This man knew this man when he was a youngin'. And then you turn around and get people talking about him eating Big Macs and not appreciate the sweet signs. This man is considered to be the professor, dog. When you see Bomac, you gotta look at him as a professor because he has history. Like Bomac is gonna be a Hall of Fame trainer. At the end of the day, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, man. Real talk. No matter what you say, you can look at him. You can say what you want to say about his looks and all that. But when the man is up here giving instructions like that, there are gonna be people in the Hall of Fame that is voting, and they're gonna remember how astute Bomac was at giving those instructions to a high level, pound for pound fighter like Crawford. Enough to the point where Crawford had respect to listen to it and go out there and carry it out. That's respect, bro. Y'all busy up here talking about Big Macs while Crawford is on the attack. You worrying about the way Bomac looked instead of the way Crawford's going out here making Spence look. You should have been more concerned about Crawford Spence rather than Bomac. That's where the real damage was happening right there. Not your insults, but the real damage was the advice and instructions that he was giving his student. He was giving the boxer. He gave credit to the whole team. Where you see Derrick James, man, he's busy worried about going over to the UK. Man, he's an ass, man. You an asshole. Real talk. I knew you was an asshole from that time when you goddamn went off on me for no damn reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just people are not even coming as deep as they should to apologize for the words that they put out there. Like this man did a damn good job, and he's back in the gym on Monday. And while he's talking about his fighters going on vacation, why isn't Bomac going on vacation? Why isn't he taking a vacation and just saying, fuck it, let me lead the gym to whoever there, and I'm going on vacation. I'm getting the hell out of town. Why isn't he doing that shit? Why he ain't getting in the dunk, his classic, and goddamn having that shit shipped somewhere and go down to Miami, go somewhere and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Why he ain't gone? Why he back in the gym? Why he cares so much? You know what I'm saying? He just won again on the highest level after saying it'll be an honor for him to go in there and coach against Derrick. And Derrick going to tell me, I don't care what he's talking about. It's about me at the end of the day. I'm competing with myself. You're right. I swear to God, if that ain't the real shit that Derrick is saying, he compete with himself. And when you compete with something that's not even on a level of people that respect, it shows itself. You know what I'm saying? It shows itself. And we don't even need no two-way conversation on that shit. The way he is as a coach, man, it's been exposed, man. The way Frank Martin looked in his fight, the way Anthony Joshua looked in his fight, the way Errol Spence looked in his fight, it's gonna be nothing that Derrick James can do to go in there and out-coach Bomac. Nothing, y'all. Nothing when I tell you. It's gonna be nothing. If Errol Spence come back, because he's suspended to September, if he comes back and take this fight in December, I'm sitting good. I'm sitting good. I can't wait between now and the next couple of months on how many of these Errol sexuals try to bring their ass over here onto the other side because of the ass whooping the Errol took. They're gonna try to come over here all of a sudden and say, "Hey, man, I was wrong, man. I was wrong. I'm a Crawford fan now." No, you're a bandwagon rider. You know what I'm saying? You jump ship. They was talking all that shit. Where you at, Kareem? I know Kareem was up here flying and popping his shirts, smoking a bud pack. Where you at? You been silent at a motherfucker. You in the basement? You all right? Did you go down to the basement, sit your ass in a chair, and tape your own body to the chair? Are you down there torturing yourself, dog? What's going on? I ain't seen a lot of people. I haven't seen a lot of people talk. You know what I'm saying? I saw Drew over there talking some bullshit. Hey, don't worry about it, Drew. I'm coming your way. Don't worry about it, Drew. We're going to talk about the bullshit you talking too. Don't worry about it. But I'm going to stay on the coach, and I'm going to stay on this historic moment because it needs to be spoken on. It needs to be highlighted that Bo Mack is one of the best in the game. And then you got people up here saying that people acting like WCS ain't say that this fight wasn't going the distance. I said it wasn't going the distance a long time ago, man. I said the shit wasn't going the distance. I said it wasn't 50-50 fight, man. I guess because I get on here and I talk a little bit fast, and you know what I'm saying, I might go into the dictionary here and there, but ultimately I told them it wasn't a 50-50 fight. It wouldn't be close. And a lot of people, man, when I share this content, they were feeling some type of way. They say, how you say it ain't nothing? He don't have a chance to win. I say, bro, he doesn't have a chance to win. I didn't give Errol Spence a puncher's chance to win. Not even a puncher's chance, because I felt that if he did land a shot or whatever Spence had to offer, it wouldn't be enough in that moment. He will have to be able to go in there and close it out. Sharp, swift. He will have to close with on his opposition and finish the job. Finish him. Just like they used to say in Mortal Kombat. Finish him. I didn't see from everything, his body of work, his previous fights, all the data that you can collect from that. I didn't see Errol Spence, even when he stopped and got a TKO over Usyk. I didn't see him finishing. The doctor was more so like, check his eye, check his eye, check his eye. But when Harvey Dock intervened, it was basically after Terrence Crawford was removing his glove from Errol Spence's face. Errol Spence was stumbling all over the ring, and Harvey Dock stepped in. It wasn't no team, no doctor or anything up on the apron, because Harvey Dock was calling him, hey, can you take a look at his eye? Can you take a look at his face? You know what I'm saying? He's wearing a strawberry mask right now. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing a strawberry mask, a mud mask. Like, he wasn't doing that. He came in the fifth round, and people want to somehow make a big deal out of that. The fight still went on. It still went on. Just like when Lamont Peters was knocked down in the fifth, it still went on to the end of the fight, and the fight was stopped. Same sequence. Same sequence, man. Lost all the boxing on deck. What's good with the LAB? Bo Mack should be coach of the year. Green, what's good? Salute WCS in the chat. After Spence performance, I wonder why Clarissa Shields didn't call him out. Man, you wrong for that. I have seen Clarissa Shields videos of her sparring guys, and I don't know what is up with that, but if she was to go in there and fight Keith Thurman, my money's on Keith Thurman all day, every day, period. It don't have nothing to do with anything else. She ain't beat no Keith Thurman. She ain't beat no Keith Thurman, period. Not with no 2 knockouts. We've been saying Crawford is going to destroy this guy, and when he does, there's going to be a lot of excuses. Well, one thing we have is a freedom of speech, and if you're in pretty much decent health as a human being, you're able to speak on your own, right? So that's what we have going on. You have certain people with platforms that I witness on panels talking crazy. Talking absolutely crazy. You know who you are. I even put it out there. I say, how can you say Crawford doesn't have power just because he has a T in front of his KO. He ain't did nothing. He can't hit. He look. Errol Spence going out there breaking ribs. How's he gonna keep Errol Spence off of him? How's he gonna do? He's gonna be chinning. Man, I got it for days, bro. I got it for days. People start, how's Spence gonna? He chinny. I mean, Crawford. How's Crawford gonna handle what Spence doing? He's chinny, right? He's chinny. How's he gonna survive the pressure? And people's giving all these scenarios on how pressure busts pipes, right? But they forget that pressure also make diamonds, right? Especially if the diamond is already there. Crawford is a diamond for a long time, y'all. We know how difficult it is for the crack a diamond, especially if it's a real one. Now, stones don't count. Cubic zirconians don't count. But they was talking about pressure from Errol Spence. How's he going to deal with that? He ain't fought nobody like Errol Spence. And I agree. We haven't had the opportunity to see him fight a fighter who on paper was different than most fighters on Terrence Crawford resume. That is absolutely correct. I concur, okay? We didn't have people on Terrence Crawford record at the welterweight division that had 3 belts, 2 belts, that was on the pound for pound list. Even, when he had the 1 belt, the IBF, he was on the pound for pound list with Crawford. And they were the only 2 fighters from the same division on the pound for pound list for a long time, y'all, until Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko went on the pound for pound list after Teo beat Lomachenko. Yes. You thought I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. So for a long time, it was the welterweight and it was Crawford Spence. But all this debate, these thousands of freaking debates from Knockdown 68 iPad over. Every time I say, hey, there's no need to debate Crawford and Spence, another debate will come up. And I say, yeah, they probably doing it out of spite towards me. But I say, it's okay because I'm going to have the last laugh, homie. I'm going to have the last laugh. They used to, bro, fuck it, bro. When it comes down to it, who is Crawford beat? Who is he? Who he be on his resume? That's a caliber Spence, huh? He ain't knocked nobody out. Them opponents were nothing. Who can't knock out Green Bean? Who can't knock out Avanesian? Avanesian was already knocked out by Green Bean. Green Bean knocked him out already. Goddamn, Amir Khan already been knocked out already. Kell Brook, he was a shell of himself. Sean Porter was a shell of himself. All this shit they was talking. They was up here trying to put Kenny Porter at the forefront. Kenny Porter and Sean Porter showed up to the fight. Just like Bo Mack said in this interview, he said Errol Spence being weight drained is not our issue. It's not our issue. Seriously. All these other fighters like Sean Porter, who's up here, trying to play both sides of the fence, trying to put controversy out there, now building up saying Errol Spence could potentially beat Crawford in the rematch. Listen, man, come on, Sean Porter. I've spent countless hours telling people that you all showed up to the fight and you fought tremendously, bro. But they trying to make it seem like, based off what your dad threw in the towel, that they want to extract the full glory that is just due. You know what I'm saying? That supposed to be given to Terrence Bud Crawford. They said you wasn't doing stuff your daddy. Even the fighter that you said that may potentially beat Crawford in the rematch, that Sean Porter, was making excuses all the way up to fight week. His daddy. He was busy giving daddy excuses, Porter. He was busy giving that's the only thing he had to stand on. His daddy. His daddy say he wasn't doing what he's supposed to. His daddy, like his daddy Kenny Porter gonna get the paddle out. Tell Sean, go out back and get me a switch. Why? When we was doing the mix in the gym, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Get me a switch. I'm gonna get you I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna give you a whooping. Go and get that switch for me. And you better not get no short one either. And you better not get no short one. I want a long switch, and I want it to be flexible too. You better swing it back and forth and see if it's flexible. You're gonna get this whooping. Y'all, they act like Kenny Porter was telling Sean Porter to go get a switch out the back, and he gonna give him a whooping in the back of the gym and shit. Crazy, dog. But what we know in the aftermath of it all was that not one of the best performances to solidify who's the best? Was that not one of the best one-sided? Did you ever hear me say that this would be Terrence Crawford's toughest fight to date? I said this fight will be easier than Sean Porter. And people were saying, I'm just talking shit. I don't know. I said this fight will be easier than Sean Porter's fight. People wasn't factoring in the styles of Sean Porter fighting Spence and Crawford fighting Spence. They wasn't really calculating. They wasn't looking at it in that perspective. Just because I say I don't get into all those specific breakdowns, because all these people that was giving the predictions on how the fight was going to play out, the fight didn't play out the way they was talking about. The only thing they had to hold on to is taking a wild guess on switching up what round so-and-so was going to get knocked out in. I heard that Spence was going to stop Crawford. Nobody believed that shit. Nobody in their mama's womb believe that shit was going to happen, dog. When they were saying that Spence was going to knock out Crawford, nobody was believing it. But they did believe that Crawford was going to stop Spence. Real talk. Real talk. WJ Luckett on deck. What's good? He said, WCS in the chat, here for more of the Great American Fish Fry aftermath. No doubt, man. We still in the hot grease. It ain't gonna stop. I'm still making rounds. I got to. Because why all of a sudden we should just let the storm go away, the clouds. No. They want to keep the clouds over here. No, keep the clouds over here. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk in the rain. I like that. Let's talk in the rain with no umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Just throw a hoodie on it. Let's talk in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk in the rain right quick. Because y'all wanted to keep the clouds over here for a long time. Let's talk in the rain. Yeah, we don't need no goddamn umbrella. Bud was like Victor Postal, like Victor Frost from Fight Night on Saturday night. Christopher White on deck. Salute. Boxing Fan Talk. Peace and blessings. What's good with you, bro? Switch Sports. DJ was in Spence's corner doing knee-ups and stretches like he was getting ready to fight. Damn. Listen. Y'all, I said this was a 50-50 fight. They could take it for whatever it is, man. I said this wasn't a 50-50 fight, one going the distance, and this one be his hardest fight. I put it out there. And in the process of talking that talk, people started to get mad and angry, and they wanted to feel like they was doing me a favor by switching up. You didn't do me a favor by switching up. You know what I'm saying? You just showed the people how desperate you was to kind of dial it in yourself. I was content with the pick I had. I was content in saying this wasn't a 50-50 fight, and he was going to go in there and dominate Spence. He was going to stop him. I never relented from that. I never did, bro. The Derrick James, man, he's a goofball for real. He's a goofball. I'm not gonna lie. He is a goofball. What's good, bro? You called it violent stoppage round 9. One of the most knowledgeable boxing mans. Yeah, Green be on his shit, bro. Green be on his shit. WCS in the chat. Yo, what's good? What's good? Knockdown 305. Jamal Neasy on deck. What it do, Neasy? What's good with you, bro? Shout out to everyone that's on deck and on this Wednesday. You know what it is. I need to jump on your panel to talk my ish. Nigga got a lot to say. I'm pretty sure you do, man. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm gonna drop the link. Real talk. But y'all have to know that fight could have ended way before the 6th round or at the 6th round. Y'all definitely have to know he carried that guy. Crawford carried him, man. He took off round 8. Come on, man. He could have finished the dude already. But there was so many people in attendance. He wanted to make him look the way he looked, to leave no doubt. Because if he would have did it too early, they would have said it was a fluke. They would have said it was premature. Look, the fight was stopped in the 9th round, and you still got people talking about it was premature. You didn't think Crawford was thinking that way? If I stop him early, they're going to say it's premature. It's fucked up. Man, I don't give him credit for that. It was perfect. Crawford, man, he carried Spence. He could have stopped that fight. Real talk. He could have. He could have stopped that fight early. I stand on the 6th round. I stand on that. And I even said, if you listen back to what I said it's going to be in shorter fashions than the Porter fight. The only shorter fashion would be round 9 all the way to round 1. I didn't say round 9, I said round 6, but I say it will not be more than Sean Porter because Terrence Crawford is going to prove a point. He's not going to let this fight go past the 10th round because Porter fight was the one that people was up there looking like, yeah, they didn't want to give him credit for the knockdown because his dad jumped in the ring. But he was showing people I was the first one to stop him. You remember when they met, right? You remember when they met and Errol Spence told Crawford that you got hurt by Gamboa? He said, yeah, I did. And what happened after that? He told him what happened. He told Errol Spence what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? He told him. He finished him. Ain't that the same thing he been doing at 147, dog? Come on now. Shout out to Conquest with a $3 super chat. Appreciate you, big dog, for supporting the channel. No doubt. Thank you for your support, man. Shout out to the man, Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, a.k.a. Showtime Shaw. Back to the back, Gorilla Hands, a.k.a. Bud Crawford. Salute to WCS. Man, salute to the front liner on deck, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the one who embraces certain things that people, man, your videos are hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious, man. But I like the numbers, man. For real. I like the consistency. Shout out to the media marketing agent. You know, shout out to you know, one of my Corral colleagues. We are Corral colleagues. That means on one of the biggest sport networks, we have shot ringside. You know what I'm saying? I can say I've shot a whole fight card on ESPN broadcast. A whole fight card. I've shot 2 fight cards. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the first time I shot. I shot a PBC card before ringside. I got the receipts, man. Shout out to my colleague, my Corral colleague, Shaw News. You know what I'm saying? Showtime Shaw in the building. Team Tucker on deck. Beat the stuffing out that turkey. For real, man. It's not even close to November either, Shaw News. You know what I'm saying? We in August right now, bro. We still got some months before we get into the holiday festivities. I can tell you what. I feel good right now. Watching that beat down, I feel real good. I just got to make my rounds on the YTC and hold some people accountable because it's essentially what's supposed to happen. They need to pay attention to the teacher. Bernie the Box is a teacher. Yeah, they need to give Bernie his respect, man. He need to give Bernie his respect, man. He said it. One thing I liked about, you know, also the Omaha situation is the team. You know what I'm saying? All the team and how they work. I talk about it all the time. You nothing without cohesiveness. You know what I'm saying? Communication internal to the team. Respect, it's nothing. If you have dysfunction internal to the team, fragmented communication, if you have friction and all those resistant words, it will play itself out. But you don't never see that with Team Crawford, man. They be in there working like a well-oiled machine, a squad on a mission, going out seeking destroy and bringing home the casualty. You know what I'm saying? Bringing on the victory and ending with a casualty. And that's what happened. We had another casualty. Seriously. But shout out to Conquest, man. Salute to you for the $2 super chat. Shout out to Tony Banks, man, with the $10 super chat on deck in the building. You already know, man. Spence don't have to worry about weight drain since he doesn't have to carry those belts anymore. Savage, dog. Oh shit, Savage. I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool. Because he don't have to do all the heavy lifting no more, Tony. And we know weightlifting is an anaerobic exercise. It's an anaerobic. You know what I'm saying? Even though the CrossFit games are going on, I am checking out the CrossFit games. I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my favorite shit, man. But he don't have to worry about being weight drained or dehydrated no more, any of that. Because he ain't carrying those belts around. Those belts are gone. Gone, 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 gone. Oh, gone, 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 gone. He's gonna get worried now. He's gonna be worried now. Gone, 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 gone. He's gonna be worried now. That sound like goddamn Bone Thugs and No Harmony, goddamn. They're gonna get worried now. They're gonna get worried now. No, he doesn't have belts now. He doesn't have the belts now. Gong, 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 gong. Bone Thugs and No Harmony there, Tony. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about carrying those belts. Them shits are gone. Gone, gone, gone. It's gonna get scary now. It's gonna get scary now. Shit. Bone Thugs and No Harmony, dog. Damn, he don't have to worry about being weight drained. He don't have to worry about a thing, y'all. Them belts are gone, 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 gone. And people, and look, people up here acting like, okay, well, and shout out to Tony Banks. One love to you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you, big dog. People acting like what they want to talk about is the rematch. Hey, man. Bernie said, and I asked him, I said, do you think he should take the rematch? And I was looking at how he lost. But Bernie, being a boxer himself, right? He was like, man, it's been other, because we talked about boxing on the phone before. He said there's been other fighters take way more punishment than that. Why all of a sudden, people want to become soft-hearted because the way Spence looked? I mean, God damn it. Bud made him look like he was nothing, right? He made him look like he was a nobody. We have seen worse fights than Spence, but in this particular case, their popular fighter lost. He lost bad. And these cowards, that's what you got to tell them. These cowards out here, these cowards got to run and go to plan B and C and D. You know what I'm saying? All the way to when they get to KL. You know what I'm saying? The L stands for lies. They want to sit up here and fake the funk and come up with all these lies talking about, hey, this is what happened. Dr. 805, who isn't a neurologist, he said he has residual neurological damage. And see, that's and look, once again, I heard y'all cats acting like I didn't do a live on it first. It's good that y'all follow suit, but I did put it out there that this dude was not a neurologist. This dude was out here talking, trying to get people to believe what he was saying, and the guy outed him anyway. The guy, wasn't you the same one coming here supposed to be a steroid expert, and he took a 4-second pause? Yeah, he was on some bullshit. He might be in the medical field, or might just be a guy that know about shit. Me and my wife in the medical field, my wife said, "What's wrong with him? Why are you gonna say that about the main event? Why we haven't heard of Dr. 805 before? He's irrelevant." And then you have people that's doing all these lives that I'm saying to myself, why are you talking about this guy? You all consider yourselves to be educated, intelligent adults. Why are you acting so dumb? You're not even doing research on this doctor, but yet you just putting the information out there because you think it's going to change what BoxRec has. They think it's gonna change what BoxRec has. It's not gonna change what BoxRec has. That beautiful BoxRec. That beautiful BoxRec, y'all. Have y'all seen it? Have y'all seen that beautiful BoxRec? Huh? Because I did several thumbnails on the 40-0. Have y'all seen this, right? Doesn't 40 look better than 39? Look at this BoxRec right here. Look at that. 40 in the green, 0 in the red. 31 knockouts, y'all. 31 knockouts. Look at this BoxRec now. Picture this, y'all. I haven't really start to really dig and take out my shovel yet. Look at this name right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let me show you something. Let me go down here for a second. Look at this. Look at this. Because I got to keep on reiterating that because some people was asking me about it, right? Look at this right here. BFTV said that the person that refused to talk about the fight, he's really acting like a little hoe over there, right? He said Crawford, he lied on this man, talking about Crawford came in as a welterweight and weight drained him. But if you look at the weights, you can see he gradually worked himself up. You know what I'm saying? Picking up titles and all that. What was the welterweight? What was the welterweight? Well, I'm trying to find out where was the weight that he was up there in the 147s. You know what I'm saying? Early in his career, like it was said, huh? All the lies that was said. I'm holding you accountable. Oh, there go one right there. 146 and a half. Guess what? That's when he actually moved up to the welterweight division. But let's go back up here. Errol Spence Jr. Now let's take a look. We have Errol Spence Jr. on record. 1 undefeated. 2, 3 Jose Benavidez. 4, 5, 6 Victor Postal. 7 Yurkis Gamboa. 8 Klimov. 8. And you already know what it is. You already know when that other undefeated fighter, you already know, give him credit. His debut. Ta-da! Niner. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. 9 O's. 9. What are they talking about? Let's go back up here. Please. If anyone on the YTC knows anyone that want to talk resumes and debates and the business of boxing, tell me how poor matchmaking end up reeling in this fish. How? Look at this, y'all. Look at this right here. Look at this BoxRec, man. Look at that. 40-0, 31 knockouts. My fault. I left the thumbnail up while I'm talking to y'all. I got caught up in the moment. Look at this, y'all. Look how beautiful the damn BoxRec is. 40-0, y'all. 31 knockouts. Look at it. Look at this name right here. They used to talk so much about what he didn't have. Appreciate you, Blunts. Appreciate you. Look at he didn't have, man. He didn't have anybody on here as Jeff Horn was his first opponent. They didn't give no consideration to Jose Benavidez. They didn't give no consideration to Amir Khan. No consideration to Igis Kavalauskas. No considerations to Kell Brook. No consideration to Sean Porter. None to David Avanesian. None to David Avanesian, y'all. But the fighter that was supposed to change it all was Sean Porter. He was the last hope to lift that WBO title. He was the last hope. Porter down twice in round 10. Porter down twice in round 10. I'm looking at this right now here. I say, damn, Porter didn't even go down in round 2. He didn't even go down in round 2. And then I'm looking at it right. And I'm saying, well, hold up. Let me go back over here because this was suspense that was before the accident, right? And let's go down to that. Sean Porter on Errol Spence, Porter down in round 11. I don't even see any type of the details to say Porter was down in round 2. So I asked this question like, who has the better resume now? Look at this right here. Let me highlight that. That's a beautiful sight, ain't it? Huh, aerosexuals, that's a beautiful sight. Yeah, I'm rubbing in your motherfucking face, man. I'm rubbing all this shit in your face. Just like vapor rub in your eyes. Yeah, I want you to feel that. Look. This is the low-level opposition type boxer. This is the low level at the T-Mobile massacre. 9th round stoppage, the T-Mobile massacre now. This is the guy who did all the heavy lifting. Those titles are in Omaha, Nebraska now. BoxRec says so. Look at this. BoxRec says he's 40-0. Now, what's even more beautiful, they're aerosexuals. I know you tuned in. Look at this right here now. 28-1. 28-1. Your reign at welterweight division is done. Your reign is done. His reign is done. Oh, his reign is done. Look at that. 28-1. And not to mention the one loss, your first loss that you take is via what? KO. To the female that felt some type of way, they wanted to bring out and talk about, you know, what you think I look like. And I told you, ma'am, you don't really want to go there with me. But since you did it, I have to go back to what you said, that you didn't really know what a technical knockout is than KO. And you say he ain't did nothing. Those opponents he stopped, he ain't did nothing. He needs to be he needs to think about what Errol Spence power is, because he's up here breaking ribs and all that. Listen, what does that say right there, ma'am? What does that say? 1 KO. Okay, it has an S on the end because, you know, more than likely before he ends his career is going to be more than that, right? If he goes back in there in the rematch, it's going to be another stoppage. But check this out. Do you know do you know what a TKO is? Do you respect it now? Do you respect and know what a TKO is? Do you know what the adjective is, the technical in KO? Do you know what an adjective consists of? Because y'all was saying, oh man, TKO is on me now. But look at this. Errol Spence got a TKO Yadina's Ugas. But she up there talking about, oh man, he ain't doing it. He don't have no power. He ain't got no power. His competition wasn't shit. They was bombs pretty much. The dumbest shit you will ever hear leading up to a freaking fight, or dumbest shit you will hear from somebody who supposedly know boxing. The dumbest. Casual type shit. Crawford don't have no power. How is he going to handle Errol Spence's dang pressure? Well, as we look at the Christmas tree, the color red signifies on this particular box rec that Errol Spence took his first loss. Now, I know some of you was out there in person and I was laughing at you. I was like, they get to see this ass whooping in person. In person. Why? Because I listen to all the shit talking. Do you know the definition between KO and untechnical KO? Do you know the adjective and the noun together? Do you now understand the bullshit you was talking? And the fact that the light skin allowed you to say that dumb shit on this panel? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. All you aerosexuals that went out there, y'all are coming back up here talking about, well, it didn't go the way we planned, but he was weight drained. He was dehydrated. Yeah, Terrence Crawford didn't get 100% arrow. I can't make this up, but I can show you the motherfucking box rec, though. I can show you this right here, 40-0. I can show you the 40-0. That's beautiful. Look at this right here. Here's another fine detail. In the U.S., I'm number one. Global, I'm number one. World, in the world. And new welterweight world champion, Terrence Bud Crawford. Oh, aerosexuals are left out undisputed. I don't need to tell you undisputed because it says it right here. It says it right there. Titles: WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO. Look at the family of titles the second time around. And you know what, Julius Ndongo? I'm going to do you one better, Julius Ndongo, because they didn't want to show you love. Julius Ndongo was 22-0. Come on now. Has he not been here before? Do you miss me? Hey. Crawford probably said the titles. Do you miss me? Huh? They channeled their Bernie the Bot. Did you miss me? Y'all are pathetic. I just had to remind you all how you said his welterweight was trash. How Derrick James said he ain't fought nobody. After a fight hype media guy asked you about the 10 straight knockouts, stoppages, and Derrick James said it didn't make no difference. He ain't fought nobody. God damn it. If he ain't fight nobody, then who was this right here this past Saturday? Look at those scores, y'all. Across the board. Tim Cheatham, David Sutherland, Steve Weisfeld all score the fight 79-70 at the point of stoppage. For the new welterweight undisputed Terrence Bud Crawford. I just want to rub it in the dang aerosexual's face, in their earlobes and inside the cochlea of the ear. Yeah, I want to make sure they get it all nice. I want this to be euphony to you all. I want it to be euphony. You know what I'm saying? I want this shit to harmonize. Undisputed. Oh, yes, indeed. We're undisputed. Yeah, I'm saying we, because I felt like I was a, part of the outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding this to the skies. We're undisputed, undisputed. Yes, indeed. All the titles are over here, and Terrence is considered Omaha, Nebraska, undisputed. 2 times world champion. Do you see the titles? Do you see the titles? Yes, you did. Did you witness the beatdown? Yes, you did. Did we see the way he looked in that ring? Ding, ding, bong, bing, ding, bong, 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 bing, bing, ding. Bing, bing, bong, ding, 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 bong. Hold up, bud. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, Kazemi. 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 7, 8. Are you good? Watch yourself. I'm watching you. Okay. I'm good. Did you see the beat down there, aerosexuals? Out of all the ridicule that I gotta rub it in your eyes like vapor rub. God damn it. I gotta splash this grease on you every day until I get tired and say, you know what? Let me pour this old grease into the container and use it for another time. I'm not there yet, they're aerosexuals. I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I just want you to take a look at this 28-0 because it is now in the past. He will never be 20-0 again, 28-0 again, y'all. Aerosexuals, are you looking at? Do you hear me? Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at that 28-0. Look, that's the last time you'll see that. Look at it. Look at it. Because if you click on the name, oh my God. Come on, WCS. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? 28-1. Now, the one thing I don't like about BoxRec, I'm looking at it like this. This man is suspended, right? This man is suspended to September. But what I do know is that they should have took a knockout away from him. You know, when you get stopped away, the Spence, man, they should have subtracted something from him. Real talk. They should have said, we taking a knockout. You got 21 knockouts now. Real talk. You got 21. Real talk. You got 21. We taking the knockout away from you. You got 21. Come on, man. Hold on for a second. Okay. Yeah, I just had to give you all an understanding about that because I feel it's very important, real talk, to share content on the YTC platform. And I feel that why not soak in it? For real. Why not rub it in their face like vapor rub, goddammit? Yes. Rub it in their eyes, man. What do you see now? You couldn't see that this man was special. You couldn't see it. Even if you did, you wouldn't accept it because you're selfish. It's up to me to do it right now. When I know your eyes are clear, they might be a little red from crying the whole weekend, but guess what? It's time to cook that hot grease. Just take a look at this, right? Huh? Come on, Manager Marty. You say low level, they did the best matchmaking. Well, come on, man. Come on, Marty. You got to come back and say something good that you was absolutely wrong about the business. You my guy, bro. But come on, I got to let you know. Just like you was letting people know that, oh, what do you think's going to happen when Crawford, who has been hit by lower level opposition? Well, what happened when he fights higher level opposition and he does them dirtier than the previous competition that you consider to be low level? You're opinionated, which wasn't based off facts, but you said it was low level. What happened when he does the higher level? Oh, I have to address the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I have to, who said that? I look, I got to channel IO's freaking, oh, hey, I scrolling up my articles and what do I see? I have to address the bullshit. You said it was the time that he was out of the ring all of a sudden, but I never heard you say anything about that, about him being outside the ring. I'm just saying, Marty. And then you said, let me break down and pull out my WCS and vernacular breakdowns and defining definitions, right? Defining words for the definitions. You said weight was an issue. Well, weight was an issue. Why couldn't anybody tell him to fight at 154 and vacate the titles so Boots Ennis can finally get his super title hand delivered? You have mail. You have mail. Hey, motherfucker, you have mail. Hey, you over there, Ugas, you have mail. Hey, Devin, you have mail. You have mail. I mean, it's been fighters before that get the championship via mail, right? Why didn't he just vacate the titles? Leave it alone. You know, you the one said, "Hey, Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt." So I'm just saying, Marty, you said the weight was an issue. Why didn't he leave the division, bro? Come on, man. Why are you gonna come up here and not acknowledge that must be some serious hate? I got to call it for what it is. It's not fucking personal, man. We good. But damn, you came out here after the fight and said it was the weight and the weight. After D-Town was in my DM in the messages talking all that shit, he came back over here either. Talking about crawfish, bro. Where's Ben Israel? Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a trip down to the. I know I ain't gave Ben Israel a headstone, so I was gonna go down to the goddamn cemetery and see if it's a fresh plot of dirt that Ben might have dug his own goddamn plot and buried his own self. He might be in a breathing tube down that motherfucker trying to hide out. Where's Ben Israel? But anyway, back to the weight. He said that 147 was too much. But he just fought Urdinas Ugas and they was bragging about what was done to Urdinas Ugas. But when it comes to Crawford, he fought low-level opposition. No, we can't play the game no more. And then you want to talk about the hiatus after Spence say it's not a problem. He's not giving excuses. So it's very hypocritical to do a live stream and talking about weight, as in how long he was out the ring, and also the weight as far as what he weighed. The man weighed in 147. He has a team. He's with the best promotion ever, PBC, right? They have lined Errol Spence up with the top-notch names. The top-notch names, yo. They lining him up with lightweights, Marty. They line that man up with a lightweight who can bring in the Mexican fan base. 4-division world champion, a featherweight, bro. Superb. Superb matchmaking by PBC. Oh my God, superb matchmaking over there. Oh, absolutely stupendous. They matched this man up for his first pay-per-view, Marty. For the business of boxing, they matched him up with a lightweight, a featherweight, a 4-weight world champion. And he couldn't even get him up out of there. But he got the victory, though. That was before the accident. Okay. All right. He goes in there with Sean Porter for the business, because Sean Porter did have a WBC title. So for the business, they matched him up very nicely with Sean Porter, who was a 2-time world champion at the welterweight division. Okay, he got the belt. And then come for the business of boxing, they linked them up with Urdinas Ugas. During that time, all I heard was Errol Sexual was talking about how grand of a moment this would be when Errol Spence goes in there and collects the eye and rib of Terrence Crawford. Like, say it ain't so. Hold up 1 minute. Hold up one goddamn minute now. Hold up one goddamn minute. Who had these people under hypnosis, goddammit? Who the fuck had these clueless, gullible L-sexuals under hypnosis? Who had them under some real, I'm talking about some of the good psychedelics? Where were the shaman? Where was they? Was this ayahuasca? Did they attempt to come online while they was in the process of completing an ayahuasca? Huh? Were they under the psychedelics? Were they under some type of mind altering drugs? Because something just wasn't right. How in the hell did they think that a one-dimensional fighter would go in there and defeat a versatile striker like Bud Crawford? I feel the sensitivity building up. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel the sensitivity. I feel that the crudeness, my crudeness this morning, my tactlessness, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my crudeness is going to rub somebody the wrong way now. I'm digging in the goddamn vapor rub once again. I'm just going to put that over your eyelids, up underneath your eyelids. Open up, please, and put some of that in your own, right there on your pupil. Now breathe. Yes, breathe. I know it hurts. I need for you to see something though. You were saying that the pressure that Errol Spence was going to put on was going to cause problems. But as I look at Terrence Crawford's record, it says 40 in the green. I'm saying to myself, how is that possible if before the fight he had 39? Ding! Come to find out, he won. People, I can't make this up. There's no larger system for us to source this type of content from. We don't need a larger database. We don't need a server, y'all. We don't need a server that we have to go in here and troubleshoot. No, this is real. Before the fight, Bud Crawford's record stated 39-0. After the fight, it depicted 40-0. Aerosexuals, that is basically recording the number, another victory, recording the tally, the totality with another victory there, aerosexuals. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want you to understand this is social media, but I'm giving you social activity. Do you know why he has 40 up there? Because this guy right here, who was not considered to be a low-level opposition, right? He also has become a part of Terrence Crawford's resume. And if you look over here, it is in the green. The green basically depicts that the fighter who boxer I'm currently on, Terrence Crawford, he defeated. He defeated. He was victorious. He defeated. Let me tell you what the definition of defeated, for those of you aerosexuals that's tuned in, because I know the hottest chat in the game already know this. Let me clear my throat. Okay. Defeated means having been beaten. Let me back up a little bit. Having been beaten in a battle or other contest. Let me give you examples of defeated. Let me go over the definition one more time, because the aerosexuals might have ran away and into a wall and out there blaming themselves for fucking up. Okay. The definition for defeated: having been defeated. Okay. I'm adding my own shit in there. Or beaten in a battle or other contest. Demoralized. Example: she looked defeated, quite unlike her normal self. Wouldn't you say that's the way we can say we can depict what Errol Spence looked like after that? He looked defeated, unlike we ever seen him before. What other opposition made him look the way he looked in there with a guy like Crawford, who was considered to have low-level opposition? People, I cannot make this shit up. I'm not no way, shape, or form being sarcastic. I'm being absolutely serious. I'm being serious. When you look up at the top, we need to show these people, right? We need to show these people. This is a fighter who had, in height, he was shorter than Errol Spence, who was at 5'9.5", so to speak. But when it comes to the mitts, as Shanu said, the gorilla hands. Look, there's a rumor going around, Shaw, and those of you that didn't chat. It's a rumor going around that I feel that it has some merit to it, for real. If there's anything I'm going to acknowledge, I'm going to acknowledge the real, right? So there's a rumor going around that Terrence Crawford gloves was loaded. Now, you heard me talk about the Antonio Margarito shit and how Nassim Richardson caught him with the plaster of Paris, right? And they was trying to load and put a layer up there. I do believe that Terrence Crawford gloves was loaded with those motherfucking mitts. When you have hands the size of Terrence Crawford, his gloves was loaded with his own weapons, the left and the right. So just imagine the size of his hands without the wraps, and then him wrapping his own hands. Oh, me damn. Oh, me damn. The man is wrapping his own weapons. Should have told you that Spence was about to get fucked up. No one even paid attention to that's what he always do. He wraps his own hand. Who does that, man? Who wraps their own weapons, man? This man was wrapping his own weapons. His gloves was loaded. His palms were sweaty. You know what I'm saying? But his arms wasn't heavy. He had his left and right hand and the gloves loaded. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Terrence kissed the left and kissed the right. All I know is he came out in the southpaw stance, and now Errol Spencer's on record as facing 3 southpaws in his career. Yes, thank you very much. He has faced a total of 3, and you know what they say there, the hottest chat in the game, right? 3 is a charm, must I say. 3 is a charm. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, 3 is a charm. You know what I mean? When I say the number 3, what comes to mind? The only comes to mind, Errol Spence Jr. facing his 3rd southpaw. Did you see the absolute destruction? Oh my God. It was bullocks. It was bullocks. AJ, come here, mate. Did you see the beatdown? And you want to stay over there with Derek? Are you sure? You know how the Brits be getting the high pitch. Are you sure, AJ? What's getting it to you? After your workout, let's go down to the local pub and have a drink, yeah? Yeah? Let's go have a drink, yeah? You sure you want to do this? I say run for the hills, AJ. Run for the hills. He's going to take you deeper to the darkest pit that you'd ever imagined. AJ, come on, mate, run for the hills. Come on, mate. You're doomed, AJ. You know what I mean? You're doomed. You'll be in a casket for the week. It's over. Run for the hills, AJ. Man, 40-0, 31 knockouts. You aerosexuals, you better take a goddamn long look at this shit, because it ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing you can do about it. And ain't nothing you can do about it. That's what R. Kelly said at one point in time. When a woman's fed up, what about when 2 fists are fed up? There, Errol? Aerosexuals? What about when 2 fists are fed up? R. Kelly said, when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. But what about when you have 2 fists that the owner of those fists wraps his own hands. Do you think he's fed up? Because if those hands were fed up, it wasn't nothing you can do about it. Let's play the music. Winner. Let's play the music, dog. He had his left and right. They was fed up, man. It ain't nothing he could do about it. I swear to God. Let me take this down because we already know they on suicide watch over here, bro. They on suicide watch, bro. Bud definitely carried Spence. He wanted to punish him a little more. He did. People don't want to hear that, but that's what I think. What happened to these great fundamentals that Spence had? Oh, yeah. Bud exposed every flaw in Errol's game. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Martin King boxing on deck. What's good? Spence fans gotta let it go. Just another Bud TKO. You have to just let it go. Just another Bud TKO. They have to just let it go. They gotta let it go. They have to let it go, man. But see, they ain't gonna be able to let it go until I let it go, because it's my duty to go around and address the bullshit. I have to address these guys who was dang muddying the waters, talking all that shit. Come on, WCS. We all know Spence lost because he didn't pay his phone bill on time. Man, he should have called up some defense. Okay. God damn it. They don't have an app on there called defense. Come on. They don't have an app on there called witness protection. He should have get that app. They should have came and scooped them up, man. He should have came back to the arena with a different coach. Come on, man. We need to do better. We need to invent that app so these fighters can escape at the last minute and have somebody else in their corner, so they won't go in there and get bludgeoned like we seen. You know what I'm saying? He went in there and got bludgeoned, bro. Errol Spence had great stamina and a great chin. Oh, let me go to the next comment. Shadu said, got him. Man, dog, I can't call it, bro. Made it look easy. Another one on the 0.5 resume might have been the easiest. Now, being that you mentioned that, Sean News, I need to ask you this. Being that he gave that man a 0.5 or 0.5, whatever low grade that he did, at this point in time, I asked this before. Since Errol's name is now a part of the very resume that he graded a 0.5, prior to the act of violence that was carried out and committed on him, did that bring up the resume value? I gotta ask you this too, Marty, for the business. When you take a fighter with a higher FICO and come over to a fighter with a 0.5 FICO, how much does that raise up his welterweight FICO score at that point? Bringing in one, you know what I'm saying? I already mentioned this before. Bringing in one high level fighter to become a part of a resume that consisted of 7 low level fighters. How much value did that one high level fighter provide for Buzz Crawford resume, being that he was the 7th defense? He was the 8th straight stoppage at the welterweight division. How much FICO, how much value did Spence bring to the low-level opposition for which Spence said was a 0.5 resume? I need the numbers. I need the numbers, please. You aerosexuals, can you please find your calculators? Can you get together sometime today? I mean, ASAP. I need for you to drop me those numbers by. I'm gonna give you enough time. It's 120 right now, down there. You got the 121. You know what I'm saying? 121 to get me those numbers. How much did Errol Spence bring to the low-level opposition and Crawford's resume? What is the value now? Crawford was told, when Spence wasn't cutting weight and he felt good about himself, right? Nobody wasn't talking about no weight drain. He looked big. Oh my God, Crawford small. He looked big. This man said this guy resume was a 0.5. After Crawford said Errol Spence resume was like an 8 or something like that. Shame on you, bro. Haynes legacy on that. What's good with Haynes? Salute to you and the fam, bro. Why Bud retire Spence like that? I don't know. And I'm not trying to find out. But all I can say to you all is that I had this up here the entire time. I said, welcome to retirement celebration honoring Errol Spence Jr. People got mad. I get it. I understand. But I did put it up there. I did. I put it up there, bro. I did. Them boys is strawberry. Fluff Bernie the boxer voice. Yeah, man. Bernie was on their ass, man. You know what I'm saying? People was live. They couldn't wait to Bernie go live. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't wait. Oh, man, Bernie live. Bang, I got to be up in the chat. I didn't see a lot of strays over there, though, man. I seen a lot of people showing love. You know what I'm saying? I'm still searching for these strays like a simp ready to spend all his money on a woman who clearly doesn't. Derek, LOL. I didn't quite get that. I'm still searching for strays like a simp ready to spend his money on a woman who clearly doesn't deserve it. Hey, man, you spending time. I wouldn't put it that way. I like they do deserve the attention because they spent months upon months putting out derogatory information, defaming this man's name. They was excoriating this guy in the media. So much to the point he had to address them via Twitter. That's what they wanted. He called Ellie retarded. You know what I'm saying? He said he over there looking retarded because, situation they had or whatever. We seen it play out. Anyway, shout out to Tyrese, man, with a $2 super chat. Endless fish fry. Party don't stop. I like how you did that. Stop. STAWPPP. The fish fry don't stop. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't stop, man. Look, we're not even out of the first week post-fight. How in the hell are we going to stop, man? How are we going to stop? No way we're going to stop this shit. No way, man. W says, damn it, this grease is hot, popping out of the damn pan. Get them sexuals pop as they walk by on shit. This madness must stop. You know what I'm saying? How you got them walk by, your shit is cooking without the lid on it. Motherfucker get that grease pop on there. Oh shit. God damn, man. Who left the lid off this motherfucker? Oh, it ain't no lid. No, that's WCS cooking up that fish. It ain't no lid on that motherfucker. You walk by, you're gonna get some grease splashed on you. They deserve every freaking splash that they get because the aerosexuals up here bullshitting around. They was up here trying to bully. They was up here being belligerent. They was up here getting false interpretation of what Crawford's resume was truly is. They didn't give that man no respect. They said him as a fighter, pretty much he ain't did shit in his career. Absolutely disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely disrespectful. They didn't want to give this man no respect in his whole resume. They was up there saying he didn't fight nobody. He didn't fight nobody. It was hundreds of freaking debates. You know what I'm saying? The people wanted to talk about Crawford Spence. And it's the same thing. They was trying to subtract the quality that he's worked so hard for in his career. You know what I'm saying? They felt it was easy for them to go about it that way. We want to extract all and every bit of credibility from Crawford's resume and shit on it. We want to manipulate it as much as we possibly can. So what they did was get on here and talk what Crawford wasn't going to do, what he couldn't do, what Errol Spence was doing. And we all know it was a farce. You know why we knew it was a farce? We didn't even have to do it as protesters. We knew it was a farce because most of the time before the fight was even signed, they was talking about Crawford. They wasn't even talking about all this Errol Spence shit. So you know what? You aerosexuals, shut the fuck up. Because you wasn't even talking about Errol Spence. You was busy talking about Crawford. Now all of a sudden he goes in here and Crawford makes it look simply easy. You up here crying like a bitch. You crying like a bitch. You know what I mean? His weight, his hiatus. Oh, he was drained. His balance, he had neurological damage, impairment. He did not have the ability to go in there and make proper decisions. Stop whining. You're sounding soft as hell. Don't let me call up Adrian Broner so he can say, shut that soft shit. Shut it up. Shut that soft shit up. Shut it up, God damn it. Shut it up. Y'all was up here being disrespectful. Now you want to quibble. He just wasn't himself. Hey, you damn right he wasn't himself, because them gorilla mitts. You know how that sound is when them silverbacks be hitting their chest. It sounds like goddamn, hollow drums. You know what I'm saying? They got them sugarcane sticks, them drumsticks. And they be beating on them, making that particular sound. Like, how is that possible? The gorilla mitts, man. The gorilla mitts was something serious. Not only that, you aerosexuals. I need to hold you accountable for your skullduggery. You know what I'm saying? You did not present any type of veracity. See, don't let me begin to go into my dictionary. You know it's there. I can be a thief when I want, but I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stick to the simple shit. I'm gonna stick to the simple shit, because the circumstances that got you into my conversation is what I want to talk about. Those circumstances was pretty much you all trying to push tainted, biased narratives over and over again in circulation, over and over again, so that you can believe, so you can get more people to believe what you're saying has some type of truth and merit to it. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to get people to think that what you were saying was legitimate information, when in fact it was false. You wasn't being honest. You was being disingenuous. All you was trying to do is be antagonist. You was trying to provoke the anger of those fans who actually supported Bud. So when we was up here, people like myself talking about the fight and talking about Bud Crawford and his pros, all you wanted to do is talk about Bud and his cons. What you was doing didn't take no critical thinking. You just was over here to be the wicked. You could have took all that time and just spoke about Spence, but you wanted to go over here and jump into the damn smear campaign, the torchlit parade, and you wanted to come up with all this negative information. And where did it get you? Please, can you answer that question? I asked you in my humbleness. When you look at how proportioned your rhetoric was spreaded throughout the YTC, do at the end of it all, seeing the fight play out the way it did there, aerosexuals, do you believe in all the turbulence that what you put out here, the freaking energy that you was pushing, the false ass narratives, the bullshit, do you believe it was worth it? Come on, aerosexuals, please. Was it necessary? Were you tell me, aerosexuals, because when I drop the link, it's okay for you to get on here. I want to speak about your brilliance of ignorance. Can you come on there and click the link of you and let's talk about your brilliance? I want to talk about your brilliance, on how brilliant it was for all you all to get together and think that Terrence Crawford didn't have any type of skills, that you thought that he was going to go in there and walk. He was going to break. I don't hear the word be break. Okay, I don't hear y'all talking about this shit no more. Why not? Even if you have to have yourself in a different state of mind, a sobriety, right? We're talking about pop valiancy. If you have to be in a state of pop valiancy, right? And you have to be inebriated just a little bit, I'm willing to send you a cash app to help you out. If you need to get throw a couple back, you know what I'm saying? If you want to throw a couple back, cool. Cool, you can do that. If you have to get your mind right to have a conversation, all I want you to explain is what motivated you. What motivated you to speak the way you did? What motivated you to believe that this should be your field of work? They're aerosexuals. Aerosexuals, I'm talking to you. In your field of work, going on this whole entire campaign, this smear campaign, and to get that shit smashed in your motherfucking face. Do you believe your field of work was necessary? Was it worth it? Like even the aerosexuals that was in attendance in Vegas. Why didn't you go live when the fight started so we can get a raw reaction to the action that was going on center square from corner to corner? I would have loved to see your misery, God damn it. You understand me, you aerosexuals? You aerosexuals, you damn right I'm being devilish. Yes, sure, I'm on my navish, nefarious type shit. I'm on my sinister being, you aerosexuals. I'm not saying excuse me for my breach of good manners today. I'm not in here to provide you any type of etiquette, you aerosexuals. I'm here to identify your stupidity and ignorance. For you thought it was cool to go around here parading in costume as the clowns you are there, aerosexuals. So I ask you once again, how are you seeing yourself recovering from this? Are you going to be honest about it and apologize to Team Crawford for what you said and what you did? Huh? Do you have any morals? Are you the type of person that we can look at as being benevolent, knowing that everything that you were saying about this man was wrong? Do you have it within you? Do you have any type of benevolence in you? Huh? Please don't feel no type of way about my language. I'm just a young man, speaking my piece. If I had to sit up here and listen to you all that's call yourself hardcore boxing fans, the fatigue that I felt is the same fatigue you should feel today. I should be able to speak to you. I don't know what an aerosexual look like, but God damn it, I know what they sound like. And I heard a lot of y'all out here acting like you was speaking in spirit, like you was gonna talk this shit to fruition. And as grotesque as it was when it carried, I sat back and I laughed. I freaking smile for real. And it was, I smile differently than I usually do. This time was more so like that of a serpent, because I was sitting there. I was like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, land that punch. Yeah, combination. Boom, boom, boom. I was sitting there. I was looking and I said, God damn it. I'm up here encouraging the misery of an aerosexual. I was encouraging that shit, y'all. I admit that I was encouraging the misery of an aerosexual, y'all. Don't point the finger at me. Don't point the finger like I'm going over the top. I said it would be this hot grease on the week after. And that's what it is. We're in the midday. Do you think I was going to bring the heat? You aerosexuals? How did you like the grotesque display that Bud Crawford put on inside the four corner. How did you like that? Can you give me a grade from 0.5 to 0.5? 5 being the highest. Just reprehensible. They're reprehensible, Haynes. They reprehensible. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely reprehensible the way these cats went out here and felt like they was talking about the same rhetoric and that it would come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? If I was fatigued from listening to it, then you should be fatigued from hearing me talk about it in the aftermath of the T-Mobile massacre, which was absolutely grotesque. I got to put grotesque. The grotesque. That's with a Q, y'all. Grotesque. It was a grotesque beatdown, y'all. The moment of climax was just so amazing. Leading up to that, the culminating moment when he was sat down on the canvas. But for those of y'all that may not remember, let me put it up there once again. There you go, right there. Okay. Let me get back to these super chats, man. Shout out to Tyrese, man. Salute to you with the $2 super chat. Marty did too much booty clapping for the PBC. I had to, you know, that look, I have no problem with Marty. Marty, you are not. Marty was not on point with his assessment. And you're not eliminated from this target practice. You have been deemed a Bud Crawford hater. By who? Myself, WCS. I have nominated and I have deemed you to be a absolute Bud Crawford hater. And I have exposed that it was never about any business to Bud Crawford. It was all about having people believe that the one fighter that you advocate that he has the lower level competition, and what is Bud Crawford gonna do if Errol Spence considered to be the higher level opposition lands that power? No. You were wrong. You were absolutely wrong. You was absolutely wrong. Wrong. So now it's all about the weight. No, you can't get away with that, Marty. You can't do it. Carlos said Bud was Ice Cube, which is no Vaseline disc, and Errol was NWA. You couldn't do the shit about it. I don't know, Carlos. I wouldn't say it was Ice Cube, no Vaseline against Spence, because they really wasn't at each other like that. I can't say the 0.5 and he ain't fought nobody was really as deep as the diss of Ice Cube. I mean, that was a lot deeper. That's one of the best diss. That was one of the best diss. And the way he went off, man, come on now. You getting F with no Vaseline? I mean, I can't even put them in the same category as a legendary diss like that with Ice Cube. I can't do it. I can't do it. That color. I mean, I can't do it, man. But see, the aerosexuals, if Crawford was going at the aerosexuals like that, and yeah, I can put that diss comparable to the aerosexual, but with Spence, no. But aerosexuals, he only went out of one time. Well, I say 3 with what he said to Ellie. You know what I'm saying? They did. Ben Israel, he dug his own grave. Ben Israel, know he over there. He goddamn dug his own grave, put the dirt on top, and that motherfucker was breathing out of a straw. You go over there, it's a straw. I guarantee it's a straw that's breaching the dirt. And that nigga over there breathing out that straw, man. He dug his own freaking grave after all that shit. It's gonna be a crawfish brawl. It's gonna be a crawfish brawl. Shalom. It's gonna be a crawfish brawl. That causing all that havoc. Where are you at, Ben? Where the fuck are you at, man? You was talking all that shit. And I don't hear y'all. I see BFTV. I don't want to talk about the fight. I want to talk about weight drain. Was he weight drain? He want to talk about other shit. And he ain't willing to talk about other shit. He don't want you on the panel. Oh, that's some hoe ass shit. Not you, man. not the one who said Crawford didn't have no skills. Come on, man. I can't make this shit up, bro. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this up. It just goes down to it's in my right to hold them accountable for the bullshit they was talking. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Let me remind you all as to why this is extremely important. You know what I'm saying? Let me help you understand. Okay, let's go back a minute.
Niggas watching me, facts, and pussy niggas with more subscribers than me, or more videos or whatever, will do a fucking live and have 10 motherfuckers in there watching. Facts. Pussy nigga named World Combat Sports.
I just had to give myself a shout out. I don't know about the pussy, but I just had to give myself a shout out because with all that energy, PF, you've been so quiet as a church mouse. And I'm walking around there with an axe. I'm walking around there with a sledgehammer right now. Look, all that energy, and you don't want to talk about the fight. Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. He don't want to talk about the fight now. He don't want to talk, but you could talk about this.
Ring IQ? Well, I would tell you, I would challenge and say Terrence Crawford is stupid. I would say Errol Spence is way smart. And that's not, I'm not hating on Terrence Crawford by calling him fucking stupid. I'm not hating. Bro, if you're fucking dumb, then you're dumb.
If you're retarded with a beard, then you're retarded. Face it. You want to come back on here trying to establish ground rules. No, you're going to get the hot grease, nigga. It ain't no hot. Look, it ain't no ground rules when it come to this. You said Bud was stupid. I'm not hating. If he's stupid, he's just stupid. Well, if you're retarded, be retarded. People with beards can be retarded. I see it all the time, especially on here. Why you don't want to talk about the fight, huh? You had all these breakdowns. You getting the spreadsheets together, y'all. Come on now. He's getting all this damn spreadsheets together. He's breaking down on why Errol Spence is the better fighter. Why he deserves more as the A side. Why Bud Crawford don't deserve nothing. He's stupid. But yet he come back from a day in Vegas and he doesn't want to talk about the fight. I'm just going to tell y'all ahead of time, I don't want to talk about the fight right now. And all them ass-kissing, beta-ass niggas that be over there. I understand, BF. That fight was bullshit. Right, girlfriend. That fight was bullshit, girlfriend. I didn't like what Crawford was doing. He did too much. He didn't have to do that boy like that. So I understand why you don't want to talk about the fight, girlfriend. I understand why you don't want to talk about. No, Julina. Come on, Julina. I'm expecting energy. Keep the same energy. You all was putting all this information out there about Bud. You of all people. Where's all the rigger rah rah rah, riggy riggy ree, meow, meow. Where's all that energy? Where's all that inner killer? The BF. Where's all that inner killer, man? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it, man?
I'm thinking if Bud lose, it's a good chance he may hang up the gloves. What you think? I think it's a great chance.
Oh, that's right, Blue Blood Sports. Somebody left you a super chat to say, hey, I think if Crawford loses, he's going to retire. I think it's a great chance. Now, once again, I have to make my rounds with this hot grease. Blue, you know you're not off the frying pan. You know you'll never be off the frying pan. Somehow, some way, Blue was mad and disgruntled that fans was coming up with excuses. All of a sudden, he's pissed off, y'all. This is how he's coming around. They're trying to get the more viewership to come on. Now he's, oh, I'm mad at disgruntled. Fans is just up here. I'm upset. No way you're going to talk that way about my used to be favorite fighter. My used to be favorite fighter. I'm going to say, y'all just doing too much. I'm going to take a stance for my favorite fighter who wouldn't take a picture with me, who didn't know I was a silent partner at BOK Prime. I can't figure out if I want to be Errol Spence. I want to figure out I want to be Terrence Crawford. I don't know. But since Terrence Crawford didn't show me no love, I'm going to go back over here and say that Errol Spence is going to win. Come on now. How can you be mad and disgruntled on anything? What you should be mad about is that you're not over there holding BFTV. They really don't fuck with you no more. Y'all don't fuck with each other. And it's all because y'all was backstabbing one another. Why aren't you holding each other accountable for making dumbass damn predictions? How can you be mad at all the excuses that the aerosexuals coming up with? Like you didn't expect that. See, I have a saying, no expectations, disappointment. I'm not disappointed that the aerosexuals did what they did when they went on all this huge ass damn parade with all the nice colorful hair and the big noses and the big shoes. Ding dong, da ding ding dong, the clowns are in town, the clowns in town, ding dong, da ding ding dong, the clowns in town, the clowns in towns. The clowns were in town, y'all. How can you be mad, Blue? How can you be mad that the aerosexuals did what they did? How? How could you let Errol Spence G-check you like that? Huh? And then you come on here being disgruntled because he came back to you like a good little boy. Now, what you were saying again? Huh? He was sounding like Master P, huh? Now, what you say again, huh? Nah. Huh? You waited there the whole time. Now you can speak. Now you can speak. Huh? I just wanted to make you sit there. Bro, don't come on here acting like you mad at all the excuses. What you expect the aerosexuals to do? What did you expect for them varmints to do? Those strays. What did you expect? They had to come up with something opposite of what they witnessed. And look, knowing what I seen out there in Vegas, I didn't see enough content. You could at least got together and took a snap photo of all of you all together and did a thumbnail. God damn it, so I can screenshot that shit and put it on my thumbnail so I can damn circle you all out when I'm doing this live. I would have rather you help me than me help you. You know what I'm saying? I wish you all would have got together and took a big overblown photo so I could have had a thumbnail to work with. I would have wished y'all did that shit. But aerosexuals, this is warranted. So don't feel no type of way. There's no need to be sensitive about it. You know what I'm saying? Just treat it like a trail mix. You know, I'm gonna shake up all y'all together. You know what I'm saying? All y'all together. I'm gonna shake up all y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Off the bullshit y'all was talking. You know what I'm saying? And being that I loved how you put your money, you paid your money. You got a good plane ticket and you spreaded your wings and you went out to Vegas and you felt, oh, dog, it's good to see you, dog. What up? Oh, man, you know I had to come out here and see Errol Spence do his thing. Hold on for a second. My fault, y'all. I had to pick up another freaking the aerosexual sending me apology letters, so I had to go up there and pick up some mail. I can't sit up here and then say thank you to the aerosexuals. But back to the Vegas situation, right? It was on this Wednesday. It was just so beautiful to know that they was flying out to Vegas, bro. And the fact that they paid their hard-earned super chats to go out there and purchase tickets because they didn't get credentials. I know that for a fact. And I don't know if Sean News, if you believe one of them got credential approved, but please let me know because I'm unaware of it. But they spent their money for the lodging. And you know, aerosexuals, they probably didn't pay too much for the lodging because they was probably staying 8, 9 to a room with one king size bed. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact to know that they was out there. The fact that they was out there. The fact that they was out there to witness this T-Mobile massacre was just so joyful that they can all be in that area to witness it firsthand. And the way that they had to think about after the fight was over and Harvey Doc stopped it and all the celebration and everything, the roar of the crowd when he was laying those finishing punches on Spence, the flight that they had to take, sitting in the airport for your flight. Sitting in the airport for your flight. Oh my God. Let me get back to the chat. Oh my God. You aerosexuals, you. What was your post like sitting in the airport waiting for your flight, knowing that you had planned to wear home that smoking bud pack shirt and that shit was in your check-in luggage? Oh my God. You a devil, you devil, you for real. You devil, you man. You devil, you put that smoking bud pack. You was gonna wear that home on the plane, and you was gonna go live at the airport. Hey y'all, hey, I'm about to take the flight home. I just can't wait to get back. I'm gonna go live and talk about this win. You know what I'm saying? Errol did it. Errol did it. That's what they was thinking. But nope. The camera did not have that opportunity for you to go live post-fight on your way home. No, you weren't able to do that at all. Loaded gloves at a PBC controlled event as the away fighter. Like nobody would be checking. Come on now. Loaded with knuckle sandwiches. It did, man. You know what I'm saying? He came out to the perfect song, Sauce. Man, I wonder was Terrence Crawford, excuse me. I wonder was Terrence Crawford palm sweaty? You know, being that his hands are big and he wrapped them motherfucking weapons. I wonder, you know, the energy and everything Crawford, you know, about to go out here and what he knew he was visualizing in his head and out there with the legend himself, M, right? I wonder was his palm sweaty in those gloves, you know, knowing that he had reeled in the big fish and now he was about to fillet him. He was about to fillet him, y'all. I wonder was Terrence palm sweaty? Was his palm sweaty? Huh? Was his palm sweaty? Can somebody in the chat? Huh? Can somebody in the chat tell me, do they believe per the lyrics, lose yourself? Anybody? Somebody help me understand any of the lyrics that was out there. You know what I'm saying? If you, the hottest chat in the game, If you, the hottest shot in the game, at one shot or one opportunity to tell the aerosexuals, if you had one shot or one opportunity, y'all, to seize everything you ever wanted to tell the aerosexuals in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? If I can ask the question, was Crawford palm sweaty? You know what I'm saying? Was the aerosexual knees weak? Were their arms heavy once they knew Crawford was walking out second? Did they vomit on their sweater or their Bud Pack shirts? Did it look like mom's spaghetti? Were they nervous? But on the surface, they looked calm and ready. When Crawford was about to drop those bombs, but the aerosexuals keep forgetting what he did to his other 7 opponents at the welterweight division. The whole crowd goes loud because Bud has opened not just his mouth, but his hands. But the aerosexuals are staring and looking at him, but no words come out. They choking. Everybody's choking now. The coin flip and the clock runs out. Time's up. Over. Blow. Blow. Snap back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. Come on now. There goes a rabbit. He choked. He's so mad, but he won't give up that easy. Errol didn't give up that easy. He didn't. Terrence wasn't having it. He knows the aerosexuals are on the ropes. They know. He knows. The aerosexuals in spirit, they was in the ring too. Bud was fighting all of them. He was fighting Errol, and he was fighting the aerosexuals. They back up was against the ropes, but it didn't matter because Crawford's that dope. He knows that. With every punch that he landed, Errol Spence's eye damn near broke. You know I ain't lying. You know I am not lying. Errol was so stagnant, he knows when he goes back to his corner, Derek is going to be over there running in place. Come out. Focus. 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 Hey, is my plane ready? I'm supposed to catch my plane up out of here. Is my plane ready? Back to the furniture store. You know what I'm saying? Back to the furniture store he goes, man. But I can tell you one thing. Shout out to I.O. His shit might come to fruition. Errol Spence lost. Now we only need the second half. Hey, we get the second half. If he fires Derek James, y'all got to go over there and point the finger and say, you know, he thought about this years ago, but he just had that snake bomb. He just had that snake. He would just kept it to himself and goddamn, just kind of like worked it into fruition. Errol get the loss, and all we need to do is the second half. The second half, him find Derrick James, goddamn it. And then I.O. can be the Nostradamus of the YTC because he thought about it. He just didn't know he had disloyal to the snake game right there, listening. You know how those snakes be putting their tongue out, tasting the air? He thought he was going to be there, you know, in Team Spence in the world-class furniture store. That's what he thought, y'all. It's almost there. The stars almost aligned. Spence took the loss because of Derrick James. Yes, indeed. He took the loss. Now we need for Spence to fire his coach. And that, people, will bring back the validation of what was put out here years ago. Seriously, WCS has already said it. He has one more step. Watch me when I tell you. I think the second half is going to align. I'm thinking. I don't know. It might align. Just keep it close to your heart. Keep it close to your heart, y'all. The brother minister lost sleep over that beatdown he seen. The demons and the devil jump off Spence's back. That was humbling, embarrassing ass whooping from a man with 0.5 resume. Say one more again, Sean News. Minister Farrakhan, I listened to that. I know I was gonna do a live. I said, no, I'm not gonna, I'm just let everybody else do it. Because I gotta put this hot grease out there. And I didn't lose sleep over it. Real talk. I didn't lose sleep over it. My eyes was wide shut. Oh my God. My mind was relaxed, but my eyes was wide open. Because I just wanted to see it replay in my head over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Just like Nelly said, I keep on over and over again. I keep on over and over. It's all in my head. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was replaying that fight over and over and over and over. Come on, man. We can't make this up. Maybe it was rocking the booty. He would have been on duty. Man, goddamn Diddy James with the furniture store, man. It's one half of that needs to happen now. Errol Spence need to step it up and fire his coach, man. Fire him. Don't think you can. It ain't gonna be no Jamel Charlo type redemption that y'all coming here for the rematch. What did I tell y'all once again? Didn't I say when he goes in there the first time around with Jamel Charlo, he always take those. Oh man, come on, man. They don't have a good game plan. He lost his belt with Tony Harris, and then he went in there and damn near lost against Brian Castano. Come on now. Then they had to go back and look at film. Oh, okay, there it is. What are you gonna do this time? Which film are you going to look at? Like, what part of the fight you going to look at to come back? Come on, fire that man. Fire that man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on there, Tyrese. Man, come on. You need to go ahead and fire this dude, bro. Go ahead and fire him. 7 pounds won't make a difference in the rematch. Just another excuse. I agree, OT. I agree. Yo, Crawford was grabbing his nuts, telling Mel he gonna be next right in front of Mel's wife. Oh my God, I know, man. Man, that was savage, wasn't it? Oh my God, dog. How can you be in an undisputed fight, right, of that magnitude, and just be out of not even out of character, but you have an out of a body experience there, Blunts. It's an out of body experience. Like he's talking to another undisputed champion on the sideline, like you said, in front of his girl. How? What levels? When do you put a cap on the savagery, man? That was savage, bro. He said, nigga gonna stop watching boxing completely. What's going on, Takeover? He said Jamel is next. Bud out there looking like Bolo on Bloodsport. Damn. Man, he did that man something dirty. Hey, man, I don't consider it a fight. It's just terminology. I consider it was boxing. I don't think he did enough to bring Spence out to fight. I mean, bring Crawford out to fight. I don't see it. I don't see what Crawford was actually in a fight. It was a boxing match, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a lopsided boxing match too, man. W said Bud made it look easy like Sunday morning. It was, man. Easy like Sunday morning. It was easy like Sunday morning. But how can it be easy like Sunday morning when the swelling's still there? When you wake up and you can't even see yourself and both eyes are swollen. I say again, both eyes are swollen. I understand Minister Farrakhan, with all respect. I understand why he lost sleep. When you're looking at both of his eyes swole, waking up Sunday morning, he can't go to service looking like that, even with shades on, man. People, hey, champ, you follow valiant effort. Let me just is there any way we can take a selfie? Okay. Can you take off the glasses? I just want the truth so they'll know it's you. Just take off the shades. Take off the shades right quick. Please take them off. There you go. That same person go home and put you on social media. Y'all would never know who was in church this morning. Look at this. God damn. Whoo. He showed up like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He did. The aerosexual bamboozle, run amok, led astray. Now they contemplate whether to go on with life after Mr. Strap season lost his straps. Talk to him, Carlos. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Kyle, you was there. I had to put the hot grease on him, Kyle, for real, man. I had to let him know that me paying attention, I tell them I'm paying attention to what you're saying. I listen to all the ridicule. Why can't they get this trail mix? I'm coming back with all the trail mix that they didn't want. I listened to everything they had to say. You know what I'm saying? I had to come back with it, bro. This man said he had a 0.5 resume. Shout out to Kyle, the boxer section TBS, man. Salute. Dan Tan on deck. What's good? What's crazy? All of you in the chat is that I say Mitch was 12, man. Mitch was freaking. I told Mitch he was the feds, man. Mitch hadn't even been over here in a long time. Has anybody seen Mitch? He probably over here on a different name, man. I haven't seen Mitch over here at all. Wasn't he the one that's saying that Errol Spence was going to do this, that, and the other? I haven't seen that man surface at all. Jesus Christ. They must have took him to the great, the special, the well-built, newly built protective custody. For real. Where is King Mitch at? Where is Ben Israel? Where's Kareem Boxing at that was on there doing all that? I got my pack. He did a whole live stream. He cracked his shirts open. Look at this right here. Had his damn, Errol Spence Bud pack. He got y'all. He had y'all. Hey, how much them shirts are now though? Buy 10 for $1. How much of those damn Bud pack shirts now, man? How many of y'all have started using them to clean off the console of your vehicles on the inside with Armor All? Huh? Be real with yourself. Go live and be real with yourself, man. How many of y'all are using those Bud Pack shirts to clean off your tires, to clean off your windows? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all did that, man? I didn't see a lot of y'all that was dressed for the grand arrival. I didn't see y'all going home, man, with those Bud Pack shirts on. He got y'all to buy all those damn shirts because y'all thought it was going to be the other way around. Shame on y'all, man. Shame, 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 shame. Shame, man. I seen video. Someone was trying to give EJ a gun on their TV to fight off arrow counters. That's a nice one. Shit, he need more than that. They should be mopping the floors with EJ Wells shirts. He definitely got beached. He for real, right? He got beached, man. You know when it was over? Not the fact that N was there, right? Not the fact that N was there, y'all. You know when it was over? Just what I said the other day when he came out with a net that was a part of his outfit. Now you trying to tell me that Crawford wasn't trying to send a message, bro? Come on, man. This dude came out with a net. He won the coin toss. I can't say it enough. The man won a coin toss and came out with a net as part of his freaking attire. Part of his attire, undisputed. He came out with a net. I know the aerosexuals felt some type of way when both of these black fighters dapped each other up. I know, man. I know people were mad that it wasn't all the way disrespect, and Spence said we get to make bank. Now, that doesn't exclude Spence from saying what he said. He said the man has 0.5. He was talking all the shit. He ain't fought nobody. But yet, when they was facing off at the weigh-in, he was like, you don't have to thank me for making this fight. And then Bud said, you don't have to thank me either. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you trying to say. But we get to do it under the same lights. And Spence said we get to and make bank. So they got paid off each other. You rarely, per the Al Heyman ruler, that two black fighters can't sell. I don't know what the numbers are like. Real talk. I've been seeing what the pay-per-views and stuff like that is. But either way, the real history was what happened inside the ring. And Bud once again proved to the people through physical retaliation, skill, being blessed, being the overall better fighter, the more skilled fighter, the fighter that deserves the most apologies. Terrence Bud Crawford. Yeah, they need to come over here and give that man his apologies. That's what a real person would do. One thing I could say, Knockdown 68 iPad, he did go on and do a live and say that Arrow was destroyed. I mean, Bud Crawford got destroyed by, what am I saying? Errol Spence got destroyed by Bud Crawford. He did say something to that. He said, I was wrong. Bud Crawford destroyed Errol Spence. At least he can admit that. You know what I'm saying? At least he was one of the first to admit that Errol Spence got destroyed by Bud Crawford. We already knew that shit, but he was the same person over there just kicking those narratives, saying the guy wasn't shit. He thought that he wouldn't be able to handle this pressure, that he was going to get broken up and all that. Keep your same energy. I'm keeping the same energy. Bro. Space station on deck. Talking about checking in from Houston. EJ, my guy, but I'm having fan first Bud proved me wrong and stole the era from Canelo. Masterful, brutal boxing display, best in the world, and did exactly what he said he would. I agree, man. I agree. He agreed. He busted him up. Appreciate you pulling up. Facts, I might have to go buy some of those Bud pack shirts if they're that cheap. Good doormats. Do you really want people thinking that you are a aerosexual? Because they might drive by, right? And really drive by. They might say, what is this going on in our community? What? And you have to explain yourself. No. Hold on. Before y'all do that. No, I'm just having up here as doormat. No, you can't do that. You can't have that displayed in this community. After what we witnessed July 29th, you can't do that, brother. I'll move it. I'll put it in the back. Let's go ahead and put it in the back. Yeah, put it in the back next to where you have the trash can. So the trash can can rest on top of it. Okay. Hey man, I'm gonna let y'all up out of here, man. I can't put this much hot grease, man. I'm way over 2 hours. Man. Real talk. But they had to know. You know what I'm saying? They had to know. Shout out to Bud Crawford, man. Undisputed King himself, 2-time undisputed. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't want to understand it. I'm going to leave it right there. Salute to everyone that was in the building. Real talk. Enjoy the rest of your day. 2-time undisputed winner. You know what I'm saying? If you look in the background, that's Jim Gray. Look, that's Jim Gray talking to Crawford while he was wrapping his hands, dog. I can't make this stuff up. Until next time, thanks for the ones who donated to the channel. It's much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It's much appreciated. And all y'all continue to support. Salute to y'all. And I'm out.